Hey, Bills Mafia, this is Buffalo Louie after the bye week and the loss that stung to the Eagles, the 34-37 loss in overtime. I'm back here. We're 6-6, and we're playing the Chiefs, the 8-4 Chiefs, who are coming off a loss, and so are the Bills. The good thing about losing to Philly, they're at least an NFC team, and so we can still get into playoffs. We need to win the next 5 games, or at least 4. That would be cool. But there was a lot of controversy in the Bills lost to Philly. I'm sure you've read all about it. And we had the lead again at the end of the game. And their field goal kicker had a great, 20 seconds left, kicked a 59-yard field goal in the rain and on a grass field. It was a great kick. But you know what? McDermott's game management is something to be desired. And we'll leave it at that. There's been a lot of stuff happening in the media this week with Von Miller and McDermott. What's going on with him? So, hey, we don't need any more distractions. And so, hey, what are we going to do for this game? I think the Bills are in a good position to win, to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs got a couple of their tackles are out. They got Isaiah Pacheco is out, their lead running back. So there's a lot of good things, but you're playing in Kansas City. The good thing is you have won there 2 times out of the last 4 times. That's all cool. That's all good. And Josh plays well there. And it's Nance and Romo. And by the way, Josh played great against Philly. It was raining. He had 4 touchdowns between running and passing. He had over 400 yards just by himself. The Bills' offense had like 500 yards. They outclassed them as far as time of possession, turnovers, everything. They should have won the game. But, hey, they didn't. But, hey, Josh is on fire. That's the good news. And so I would anticipate him playing like that. I think the keys to the game, again, is to put pressure on Mahomes. He's not the same guy, and primarily because he doesn't have the weapon. So I look for the Bills to be able to put pressure on him, whether they get sacks or not. Yeah, you'd like to get a couple sacks, but just don't let them get outside the pocket and hurt you with getting first down, scrambling. Watch for the screen pass. The Chiefs are very good at the screen pass. In fact, the receivers for Kansas City aren't that good except for Travis Kelce, and they've let him down. They're trying to figure something out, but there's a lot of short passes by Kansas City, and you know what? The red zone is also key. Kansas City has not been very good in the red zone, and that's why they lost last week to the Packers. They would get down there and have to kick field goals, and the Packers played great and got touchdowns. So the Bills are very good in the red zone. And so look for them to win that battle, both in offense and in defense. Hey, turnovers, we know turnovers are big. Josh did have an interception, but he accounted for 400 plus yards. So, it's not what caused the loss. Let's put it that way. By the way, so Josh is 13 touchdowns over the last 4 meetings with Kansas City. He's 2-2, but some of those losses, they're one-score losses, and it's not all on him. He did his thing and only 1 turnover. So I think the other interesting thing is that Kansas City has 4 losses this year. Every one of those losses have come when an opponent scores more than 20 points against them. And the Bills have 6 losses. And every one of those losses has come when the opponent has scored more than 20 points. Both teams are perfect. Otherwise, when they keep the teams under the 20 or 20 or under, they're perfect 8-0 for Kansas City and 6-0 for the Bills. So go figure it, right? And they're also Bills. McDermott's history is 6-0 after coming off of the bye week. And Andy Reid is very good after a loss. They usually come back and win. So somebody's going to win this. The other key is Josh to be Josh, okay? Just like he was in the last 2 games. He's being more assertive and not thinking as much. So look for that. And the other big thing is McDermott, the let Josh take over the game and not rely on the defense to win the game for you. Okay? Josh, whether there's 20 seconds left at halftime or 20 seconds left at the end of the game, let him do his thing. He can don't go go for touchdowns. Field goals ain't going to do it. So my predictions, okay. The predictions is a couple of predictions you could probably use as a prop bet. I think Kincaid's prop bet is over 37 yards. I think you can push that button because he's going to well exceed that. He's been playing great, and the Kansas City linebackers, they've got one of them is hurt, but you know what? He'll do a good job against them. And James Cook, another prop bet, he's going to have I think he'll have over 50 yards rushing, and he'll also have some good receiving yards. So look for him to have it combined 100 yards in total yards from scrimmage. Josh Allen's going to have three or more touchdowns, both passing and rushing together. I think Gabe Davis is a Kansas City killer. I think Gabe Davis is going to have a good game. Look for him to have a touchdown in this game, and few receptions for over 70 yards. I think he's going to have a big game. I think Diggs will play well also, but there should be opportunities for the other receivers as well as Gabe Davis. And finally, the Bills are going to win, and I think they need to win by more than one score. And I got the score 31-20. So where else would you rather be? Right here, right now. Let's get a win tomorrow at 4:25 at Kansas City. Go Bills.